some Mario Kart! What's up, guys? It's Benchez, and welcome to the Super Mario Kart Retrospective. If you saw my Rareware retrospective, it's gonna be kind of like that. Since we have Mario Kart 8 Deluxe coming out at the end of this week, I figured, hey, in order to get ourselves hyped up for the new re-release of Mario Kart 8, how about we play a couple of Mario Kart games to get us into the spirit of going fast? So I figured, let's start with the first one. This was Super Mario Kart. This is the one that started it all. It came out on the Super Nintendo in 1992. It's fun. It's one of those games that it's probably one of the most memorable games on the Super Nintendo. Some people really, really love this game. Others really, really hate it, because this was one of those games that was like it's introduced the whole Mode 7 thing, but this was during the time when it was like Sega versus Nintendo, and they were batting heads, and it was like, we have real hardcore racing games, and they look like real racing games, and then if you want a slow, boring game, play Mario Kart. So it was kind of like that. So, but we're not here to talk about that, we're just here to talk about Mario Kart, because we're getting ready for a new Mario Kart coming out very, very soon. So, we'll keep it easy for this video. We'll keep it on 50cc. I know I'm a scrub. Let me hear about it in the comments if you want to tell me that. But we're gonna go ahead and play this. Just play a few, maybe one or two cups. So here's your character select screen. Of course, you got Mario, you got Luigi, you got Princess Peach, you got Yoshi, you got Bowser, you got a Koopa Troopa, which is pretty cool to see. You have Toad, and surprisingly, no Donkey Kong, but you do have Donkey Kong Jr. So, pretty interesting, diverse characters that some of them you don't even see in Mario Karts anymore, like Donkey Kong Jr. You don't see him anymore. I don't really know if Koopa Troopa has been in any more Mario Kart games, but we will find out since this is the Mario Kart retrospective. So, we're gonna play Mario because you already know. If I'm playing Mario, I will always play Mario. So, first up, we'll keep it simple. We'll do the Star Cup. We'll do Star Cup. Now, there's no analog control here on the Super Nintendo, so I am playing with the Super Nintendo controller. It's going to be kind of weird since I don't have full analog control. But let's get started. Holy crap, this game still looks pretty cool, man. There's something about that, like, I don't know, man. There's something really, really very wholesome and fun about pixelated graphics, man. Like, it doesn't matter how old they'll be. There's something about pixel graphics that, I don't know, I feel like will always stand the test of time. Like, over 3D games, I'm just like, there's something about 3D games that I'm just like, whatever. But when you see like a game with good pixel art, it just like, that's what takes you back. That'll take you back to a time when like games were just like, we didn't have to depend on like high-end graphics to make our game sell. We just focused on, you know, fun, simple mechanics and interesting gameplay, and that's what made your game sell. That's what made the games fun. That's what made the kids want to go to the store, the shopping malls and stuff, and be like, I want to buy this game because it looks cool. It's got the Mario on it and stuff like that, you know. Back then, this is during a time where you didn't need hyper realism to make a game fun. All you needed was just like, you know, it's like, shoot, I just want to be Mario driving a go-kart through the beach. That's all. I don't need anything fancier than that. Give me that, and I'm a happy kid. Give me my couple packs of Capri Suns, and give me, like, you know, a little fun afternoon, and then boom, happy times, happy fun times. And then that's all it took, man. And I gotta be honest, like, I didn't play the first racing game I think I honest to goodness played on the Super Nintendo. I played F-Zero first, actually. I didn't even play Mario Kart. So I was already used to like a racing game that was like very high octane, super fast and crazy. And so I played a game like F-Zero, and then I came across Super Mario Kart, and I'm just thinking, it's like, Mario in a racing game? I don't know if I'd like this. And like the thing I was wondering is like, it'll be too slow. It might not be for me, so I don't know if I'll like it. And surprisingly enough, I actually enjoyed Mario Kart a little bit more than F-Zero. Because don't get me wrong, F-Zero is amazing. It's probably one of the greatest racing games ever made. But for some people, it's just a little too much to begin with. So you're just all like, oh, I don't know how to turn. Ah! That's what a lot of F-Zero was like. But then you get like Mario Kart, which is gameplay-wise pretty much kind of similar. And I hit a banana peel because I hit the mud. It's pretty similar in some of the sense, but it's not too overbearing or just like learn how to drift and like, you know, tackle and gain power so your car doesn't explode and stuff like that. It's just like it kept it simple, you know? But man, it's just like, and not only that, the other thing about this game that a lot of people, including myself, remember was just like the long sleepless nights that you would have with like friends when you would invite friends over to your house, or you would go over to their house and they would play the battle mode, because that was like the main thing about Mario Kart back in the day. It's like if you didn't play the races, you played the battle mode. Like the battle mode is what, like, I feel like what really sold Mario Kart, because at the time there wasn't really a lot of games with like a battle mode race type, like, you know, mechanic in it. So when you heard that kind of stuff, you're just like, whoa, and then you're just driving around trying to hit your friends with items and stuff, and then you're dropping stuff, grabbing balloons, you're using like the feather to jump over stuff. It's just like, dude, this game is so cool. It's like, and hours would go by playing it, man, and it was just like, it was the best thing. Especially when no, I went in the mud and I got in second, stupid Donkey Kong Jr. This is why me and your pops has got beef. Sorry. Yes, me and the donk have beef. And he's over there just mocking me with that flag. You're a monster! I'll come back for you. Anyways, but yeah. And for a lot of you that don't know, this is where, for a lot of people ask me, like, what's the whole thing with you and Donkey Kong having beef? It has to do, well, honestly, it has to do with Mario Kart. Mario Kart is the reason Donkey Kong and I have beef. And, will we ever squash that beef? I don't know for sure, but it's because of Mario Kart that beef arose. So there you go. Oh man, everything's of the same color and I can't see properly. Oh no! Man, I should have picked a mushroom cup. Woo! Oh man, it's taking me back though. Yeah, because I look at this course and I remember too, man, me and my friends hated this course just because it was hard to see. Like, the white on white kind of blended in together and it made it really difficult to know when the turn was coming, because, like, the racetrack's flat, you know, because you can't really have a full 3D, like, racetrack on the Super Nintendo. I mean, you could try, but it would push the Super Nintendo to the point where this thing would move like 2 frames a second, so. And let's be honest, this game's already pushing it as is right now, so. With the mode 7 and whatnot, so. But it's just like, dude, this game just, it like, and that's the thing too, like, since there's no analog control, you would think it was like, I bet it like controls a little clunky. Surprisingly not, man. Like, once you really figure out how to maneuver with a D-pad and everything like that, this game is like super smooth. It's super easy to control. It's fun to use your items and stuff like that. You got nothing but smooth sailing and flying and having fun. It's the Mario Kart. It's just, this game's so fun, dude. And there's a reason why, like, in every other Mario Kart iteration afterwards, they give you throwbacks of old tracks, and a lot of the old tracks that you'll see will be from this original game, because a lot of these tracks are really fun. Some of them more challenging than others, but a lot of them really fun nonetheless. Like, this is where you first saw, like, Bowser's Castle and Banshee's Boardwalk. It was the first time you saw Rainbow Road. And everybody knows Rainbow Road. Rainbow Road is where you go when you die. If you're ready to just, like, put it all on the line, you're just like, you know what? No more waiting. This is where the men become the boys, and the boys become the men, and the ladies become the, oh my god, why don't I hang out with other friends? Because all my friends do here is play Mario Kart every Saturday. I'm not speaking from experience, I'm just saying out loud, that's all. But yeah, man, like I remember seeing like playing Rainbow Road for the first time on this, man. Just oof. You want to talk about a track that is just like, wow. I don't know if I can do this. That was how Rainbow Road was the first time you play it. It's like, because there's so many turns, there's so many loops and all the colors and everything, just like it's almost kind of overbearing to the point where you're just like, yo, what do I do? What do I do? This is crazy. That's what it was like. And it rocked. It was so fun. But yeah, and then just I guess after that, Nintendo realized, yo, if we're gonna make another one of these, Rainbow Road has to be the staple main course. There's like if you're gonna race on a final track in the game, that's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be Rainbow Road, and that's pretty much why Rainbow Road progressively gets crazier and crazier with every iteration of Mario Kart. Like everything about it just gets weirder and weirder, like more turns and just like holy crap. And it just really goes to show you, man, this series has been around for a long time. And it really makes me wonder, like, there's so many tracks and there's so many different games of this. It makes you really wonder, what's your favorite Mario Kart tracks? Like, I almost want to do a whole separate video just for that, you know? Just talking about my favorite Mario Kart tracks. Because, like, it's a list, man. There's so many good Mario Kart tracks. And it's not even just in the console version of the game. There's also, like, the Mario Kart Super Circuit that came out on GBA. There was Mario Kart DS. There was Mario Kart 7, which is surprisingly the only Mario Kart I really honestly haven't really even played. That's one Mario Kart I can honestly say I've never played. Because during the time when it was out, I didn't have a 3DS, so that's why I didn't play it. It's not because I didn't want to, it's just because I didn't have a 3DS. But yeah, like, it's like Koopa Troopa Beach, man. The original Rainbow Road. Like Waluigi Pinball. Just like, there's so many good Mario Kart tracks that just like, God, they're so memorable in their own way. And it just makes me really love this game, man. Like, there's just something about racing games, particularly kart racing games, that just, they hold a very, very special place in my heart. And just, every time, I feel like it's like, this is almost kind of like an untouched genre. Because you really think about it, like, when was the last time a really, really big kart racer came out that wasn't Mario Kart? It's hard to tell, isn't it? Because honestly, I cannot, like, the last real, like, kart racer that I remember coming out, I think was, jeez, it was for like the PS3, and it was one where you could create your own, like, little, like, character dudes and stuff like that. I think it was called like Wacky Racers or something like that. I don't remember the name of it. But a lot of people compared it to just like if you took Little Big Planet and turned it into a kart racer. That's what that game would be. And I can't remember the title of it off the top of my head. If any of you know which one I'm talking about, it's a customizable kart racer on the PlayStation 3. And I think there was one on the PS Vita. But if you know which one I'm talking about, please let me know. Because now I'm trying to think of it and I can't think of it. But yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. But other than that, I can't think of any other kart racers that have come out that are not Mario Kart. And it really just goes to show you, like, it's almost like people don't want to make kart racers anymore. And kart racers are fun. Like, I guess, like, there's, like, another kart racer out there that if you wanted to call it a kart racer, but they try to deem it more like, this is a realistic car racing game, but it plays like a kart racer, and that was what was it called? It was called Blur. I don't know if you guys played that, but that one was pretty fun. I mean, it kind of felt a little too, it was like, we're trying to be super edgy with realistic cars and stuff, and no like go-karts and stuff. I mean, the game was fun. It's just like but it goes to show you with certain aspects of online gaming, it could take away the fun, and by that I mean just eventually it just led into people cheating onto the game, and it just stopped being fun. But don't get me wrong, I mean, with Mario Kart Wii, when that came out, that was the same deal. Like, at the time, like, originally when you started playing it online and everything like that, it was fun. But then people found a way to hack the game, and then just like, ugh. Why must you make things not fun because you have such a huge boner for winning? and if you don't win, apparently you're not having fun, and it just ruins the experience. But it's just like, it's things like that that take away the fun from kart racers. But then again, when you play them like couch co-op with your buddies, that's what brings you back and makes you realize why kart racers are such a fun genre of game. Particularly, that's why Mario Kart is such a fun genre of game. Because at this point right now, Mario Kart is pretty much the staple of what kart racers should be like. So like, it'll go to show you, anytime a new kart racer comes out, people will play it and there's like, oh, it's like Mario Kart. Because that's why. Mario Kart is a staple. Mario Kart is a long-lasting franchise and has become a staple of what kart racers should be like or should improve to be like. And I feel like that's what makes these games great. And we just got the giant Cheep Cheep giving us the trophy, and I think I'll call it here for this first episode of the Mario Kart retrospective. And in the next one, guys, we're gonna go in not to 2D, but we're gonna go up one more into the third dimension. That's right, folks. In the next one, we're going to Mario Kart 64. Will the rage continue? We'll find out. But until then, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Mario Kart retrospective. Anyways, this was Super Mario Kart. I've been Benchez. I love all your faces. I will see you next time. See you later.